Good morning, everyone. Um, thanks for joining me. This is day 17 of 111. And I wanted to talk about today I wanted to talk about, especially now during my healing process, there's this question that always comes up. And you don't even have to be healing from anything. It can just be everyday life where you're plagued by this question. Well, what do I do? Like, I have this intention, but what do I do about it? Constantly having a feeling like you should be taking some action or doing something. And I would challenge you and ask you to say, ask yourself, what are you being, or how are you being in the situation versus what do you do? So what are you being in the situation? Are you being patient? Are you being open to possibilities? Are you having a willingness to meet new people? And if you're constantly asking yourself, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do, you will miss those opportunities that are very near you if you are just being in the moment and focusing on how you are mentally, emotionally, and physically showing up in the world. So that makes a big difference. So we always get hung up on what do I do or how do I do that, that investigative mind, which I'm very familiar with. How do I do that? What's the next step? What does that look like? And then going from that mentality to what am I being? How am I showing up? Am I blocking myself by having a very narrow view of what I feel are the possibilities in this next step in my life, if it's my career or if it's, relationship, those kinds of things. So if you can take the approach of how are you being instead of what do I do next, and to me, even saying that, what do I do, feels almost panicky, feels like nervous and brings up some anxiousness. So I'd ask you how, check in with your body. How does that make you feel when you say, what do I do? Versus focusing on what am I being? How am I showing up into the world? So that is my thought for today, and I challenge you and ask you what question are you asking yourself? Are you asking yourself, well, what do I do now, or how do I do that? Or are you saying, well, how am I being today? How am I showing up today? And see what kind of difference that makes in how your day unfolds, and what kind of opportunities that creates for you. And I'd love to hear, first of all, I'd love to hear whether or not this resonates with you, and if you've had experience with what do I do or how do I do that. I'd love to hear about it. So definitely feel free to comment below and I look forward to talking to you guys more, and I will definitely be back tomorrow, and on the mend and just taking it easy, and I am being gentle and showing up in a gentle way for my physical body so that I can have a speedy recovery. So that's what am I being versus how do I do this? So have a really great Wednesday, and it's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to my mom. I love you, and I hope you have a really great day, and I will speak to you guys tomorrow. Bye.